What's going on, guys? I told you I'd help you when I figured out something in my game that could be useful for you. One of the things over time with club fitting, right? I was always told I'm flat, I'm flat, I'm flat. And I would set up to it. I found an old video from college. I would set up to it with a wide stance, very low knees, and very low hands. Well, when you put me on slow motion, you see my first move is to stand up. Now, every teacher I've ever seen, I've never had a lesson, but here and there, teachers would chime in and try to give me help. But what they would do is they would try to get me to stop doing this. The only problem with that is I never adjusted at setup. So I would start here. Instead of getting into a good position and going, I set up my clubs to fit my bad habits rather than change them or stick with them and let the club fall where it falls. You know, I started seeing my eye with the toe off the ground, started bending the club flatter. Well, if I don't do this move, they need to be. Now, one of the things you've seen me working on over the past couple seasons is standing taller at address, getting more upright, and keeping this hand closed, which helps the face stay square. Then I almost feel like I'm Jim Furyk from here. Now I get the inside half, and yep, I'm still going to be a little flat, but I'm not 4 or 5 degrees flat. I'm more like 2 or 3. So don't let a bad fit influence your golf swing. The club should set up to where they are at impact. Ignore what they do at address, right? I got in the habit of seeing this toe off the ground and thinking I'm hitting the heel and flipping it over because my clubs didn't fit me. But really, I adjusted my golf swing to fit my clubs rather than the other way around. It's one of those things where, yeah, you're a teacher and you're a fitter and you should practice what you preach. But when you don't get enough time to practice and understand what you're trying to do, everything goes out the window. But that's a perfect example. You know, if Jim Furyk or Matthew Wolf or one of those guys with a funky move early, if their teachers would have tried to change them, they probably could have done them more harm than good. My teachers should have just left it alone and understood that all good players have a trigger, right? Mine is exaggerated and it can get me in trouble. You watch Jack Nicklaus back in the day, his head turned. That was his go. Mine just happened to be because I played clubs that were too heavy for me and too long for me when I was a kid. So it got to this position here because I couldn't get the club away. So I would use the momentum of standing up to help me take the club away. So my club path and my swing wasn't as bad as it was made out to be by teachers and fitters. And I fell into the trap of listening to guys that don't know my golf swing, and it led me down a bad road. So we're over here today at our Lazy A. We're going to hit a few balls, and I want you to really focus on watching my body stay still. Whereas anybody that's known me in the past, I would set up with really low knees, really low hands. And when I was good, I'd stand up and get into a good position. When I was bad, I would stay here and rip the club inside. And that's when I would get stuck and hit those high rights. So one of the things I've really been working on over the past couple seasons, and when you're not playing a lot and you're not hitting a lot of balls, it's easier to make some changes because your mind and your muscle memory forgets the bad habits that it used to have. So we're going to hit one shot for you guys to show you what I'm talking about, and then I'll get back to my practice session and let you guys get back to the rest of your day. So again, I'm going to set up to it like I've been doing. I'm going to work on what I've been working on. I always go through the pre-shot routine, right? I got to figure out where my target is, figure out what I'm lining up at, walk into it, set up with my right foot, club square. Now I'm much better at address, so when the takeaway comes, I'm going to feel this instead of this. Okay, so I forgot the Jim Furyk move and I got a little quick. I'll hit one more for you guys, but that felt better on the takeaway. I just got a little bit quick through the zone. It's a matter of getting used to doing something different, not playing, and getting my timing down. So we chunked that one a little bit. Wasn't bad, but again, I want to feel like I'm going outside and then dropping the club across the inside half of the ball, right? I'm focusing on a dimple on that inner corner, and I want to get that way. Look how square that face is, right? So when I get too inside, now my hands are open and I have to recover. I want to have less hand motion and let the club get to the inside half. Look at that. It's good position there. Let's see if we can figure it out on a full swing. Just like that. That's absolutely striped with a baby draw. So again, a couple guys have been asking me to play some golf this weekend. I'm not sure if I'll go through with it, but I figure if I'm going to do it, I don't want to embarrass myself and top the ball all over the golf course. So I figured I'd come out here and work on things. Hopefully me working on some stuff can help you. Until next time, guys, let's go.